Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. This is Mark Molina, and we are coming to you live for some Friday night volleyball action. Kicking off Friday's slate of games, both volleyball and football. But first things first here, this is the first of two games here at West Oso. We're going to have the West Oso Lady Bears hosting the Port Lavaca Sandies. And just want to give a special thank you to West Oso for hosting us here at Real Sports Live and assisting us in any way they can. It goes much appreciated as you help us bring this broadcast to many watching, especially your fans in the community. And we're getting going as the Sandies send that serve into the net. That's number 10, Cameron Kessler. And Port Lavaca on the board first, and West Oso coming up with an ace. 2 quick points by the Lady Bears. On the service line, that's Leandra Canas. Excuse me, that was Jasmine Mendoza. And Mendoza back to serve once again as West Oso comes out. Quick 2-0 lead. This one played on the back row by the Sandies. There's an outside hit. That's number 9, JC Roach. Nice setup there on the outside for the spike and the kill. Now serving for the Sandies, Rosie Orta. The jump serve played on the back row for West Oso. There's the block sent the other way as Kennedy Silman went up at the net and got the contest right back at her, and West Oso unable to make a play on it. And as this goes out of bounds, way past the end line, as Orta's serve results in a point for West Oso. Number 13, Elijah Reed. And there's Stillman on the middle of the net with a nice defensive play. Played by Canas. Here's the setup. Canas pops this one up. Here's the setup. On the outside, it's Jasmine Mendoza. I mean, that was Cassandra Reese, number 7 on the outside, but this one gets sent out past the end line. 3-all for Lady Bears and the Sandies. On the line for the Sandies now, Morgan Gray. That was number 4, Kira Johnson, going low for it, but makes contact, sails out of bounds. 4-3 Sandies now. Same here on Angelica Vela. Results in an ace for the Sandies, who now lead 5-3. Still on the line is Gray. Here's a jump serve. Played on the back row. Here's a setup on the outside for Angelica Vela, and that goes sailing past the end line. 3 straight points for, make it 4 for the Sandies, who now lead 6-3. And that one played on the back row by Rebecca Brown. But once it hits the front row, West Oso can't control it, and the Lady Bears want to talk about it. So we're going to get our first break of the evening. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Gray still on the line for the Sandies. We're here at West Oso High School. Stillman sends it over. A nice play on the back row by Brown. Point for the Lady Bears. Four serving seven now as the libero Leandra Canas back for West Oso. We have another timeout on the floor. That point looks like it's going to go to West Oso. It's 5-7. All happened kind of fast there as we saw the ace and then we saw a quick timeout. So another West Oso timeout, and about 30 seconds before we come back to the action. A couple of quick points by Calhoun. Got a little bit of a run going there. Now the Lady Bears within 2 points. Grabbing back-to-back points here. So 7-5 currently. So back to serve is Leandra Canas. And some rotation issues, the officials talking over, and looks like we're good to go now. And the officials still congregating on the far side of the court. So just a slew of early games here for Real Sports Live. We also have on the volleyball slate today Corpus Christi Moody at King, Rockport Fulton at Miller, Victoria East at Ray, PSG North at Edinburgh North. As this serve goes out of bounds, point to the Sandies. Alice at Kingsville King, Refugia at Kennedy, Bishop at Santa Gertrudis, and Port Lavaca Calhoun at here at West Oso. And that serve gets into the net. 8-6 now, so full slate of volleyball on right now. We'll go over the football slate momentarily. We get a little break in the action here. That's Stillman with the jump serve. That one out of bounds. Another point over to the Sandies. 7-9 after West Oso point. On the service line now. It's West Oso. As they pick up another point. It's now a 1-point game. That's number 11, Lyric Carpenter. Shallow serve. Here's a setup. Outside attempt, double block there, but it falls the way of West Oso. That was number 6, Rebecca Brown. Number 2, Jasmine Mendoza up on the net to make the play, but the ball falls their side of the net out of bounds. Point to the Sandys on the deflection. Here's a setup on the outside for Gray. Nice play by Silman on the back line. Here's a setup. Back row attack by Silman. Played by Port Lavaca. Set up and sent over by Mendoza. Still kept alive by Carpenter and sent over. Canas on the back row with the pass. Here's the setup. And Brown sends it over and have a nice rally going on here between the two teams. Silman sends it over. There's a double block. That's number 13, Morgan Gray, and Cameron Kessler on the net to make the play for the Sandys after a long rally there between the teams. Some good defensive plays on both sides of the net there. This one popped up high. Here's the set up in the center of the net, and that's number 10, Kessler, who just sends it sailing past the end line. A little too much on that one. She was in position, but just couldn't get the positioning down. 11-9 now. Rebecca Brown on the serve. Outside hit by Elijah Reed. Handled by Calhoun, but they're unable to get the return. Rebecca Brown on the service line. And she says it's sailing out of bounds. And this serve by Kessler sails out, so West Oso back within one. Jasmine Mendoza with the jump serve. And this one just past the end line. Point over to West Oso. There's the outside attack by Silman. Here's the setup in the middle of the net. Point over to the Sandys after that whistle. Nice play by Canas on the back row as that spike came in fast. And once again, on the second try, that's JC Roach. Just strong there in the middle of the net. Like a missile to Canas, the libero on the back row, but she was able to make a play on the first one. The second one came in just as fast. Just a mistime there on the net. 16-11. Rosie Horta on the service line for the Sandies. Ganas two hands it over. And there's Roach once again, and this time strong off of Mendoza, who was in position there, but like I said, Roach got a piece of it, and that one's going to fall fair for the ace for the Sandies. An ace for Horta there, and it's now 18-11 as Port Lavaca opening up a sizable lead here in set number 1, which was a close set early on. And Horta sends that one shallow, and Silman's there to make the play on it in the front row. Sent over. Popped up on the outside. Here's a setup in the middle of the net, and that's Silman. With the spike and the kill. Silman pretty good herself when she gets going on the net, but she's very versatile when she moves around the floor. As this serve goes out of bounds. 19-12 now. Serving 12. Number 13, Morgan Gray on the service line. Gray with the jump serve. Down with straight Angelica Vela. Got a piece of it, but nobody there on the front row. 20-12 now. 8-point lead for the Sandies. Ganas goes low for it, puts it in play. Vela sends it over. Played by Calhoun. And the point, that's Savannah Lane on the far side for the Sandies. It's now 21-12. And Silman sends it over. There's a double block. That's Silman and number 7, Cassandra Ruiz, for the play on the net for Oso. 21-13 now, 13 serving 21. And Roach is there, and she's going to get the point off the deflection. There's Silman, sends it to the back row, and that's going to be out the libero, M. O'Donnell. And we're back, troubleshooting a little bit of technical difficulty with our camera, but we're all set now. 22-15 now. A nice approach by Mendoza to punch it over, played by Port Lavaca. And now here's West Oso. Silman from the back row. And here's the setup. It's going to be point over to Port Lavaca after the whistle. 23-15 now. Port Lavaca closing in on a set 1 victory. 2 away. Alexis Iglesias on the serve. Here's a setup. And that's Cameron Kessler with the spike and the kill. 24-15, set point coming up. Here's Iglesias with the serve, and that's going to cross the net, go out of bounds. 24-16 now. 16 serving 24. is Vicente Galvan. Serves. There's a spike by Lane, played by Westoso. Aldama pops it up. And then the outside hit by Lane ends the set. 25-16. Port Lavaca takes a set 1 victory. Leads the match 1-0. So we have a couple of minutes between set 1 and 2. We'll be right back with set 2 coming up. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
Rustic Tea Boutique is now a sponsor for teams here on Rio Sports Live. Located in Fremont, Texas, supporting both the Cowboys and Cowgirls in their games. Whether it's Twisted X shoes, a wide assortment of Sense apparel, or the latest styles for men and women in clothing or accessories, or a great selection of scented candles, Rustic Tea Boutique in Fremont is your stop.
At TSS Photography in Corpus Christi, Texas, you can experience the latest technology in photography. Whether you're an individual or a team, you can experience photography at a whole new level. Real-time photos can be seen on screen as they are taken in-house or from remote locations. You can even have your order placed as you leave the room. Special events? No problem. Take your pose. Choose your background. This is a veteran-owned company, a Texas Hub certified company, over 3 years in service in Corpus Christi, Texas. TSS Photography.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Set number 2 coming up. The Sandies take set number 1, 25-16. And now lead the overall match. 1-0. Westoso strikes first here in set number 2. As this one sails out 1-1 now. It was a pretty close match throughout. At least midway, then the Sandies began to pull away. And Westoso unable to make a play here on the front row. It's now 2-1 Sandys. Back-to-back points now. And this one gets sent into the net by number 7, Horta. Elijah Reed. And there's Roach with authority on the front of the net. And just gets it in within the end line. Gray on the service line. The jump serve there. And this one goes out and nobody there to get it. It goes off Canas on the back row, the libero. 4-2 now. Here's a setup in the middle for Silman. Played by Port Lavaca. Silman once again sends it to the back row. Outside attack by Lane on the far side. And this one returned by West Oso. Played by Port Lavaca, but whistle blows. Point to West Oso. Back-to-back points for West Oso. Makes it 4-all. Nice rally here. Kana sends it over. Silman sends it to the back row. O'Donnell. Here's the setup. And Roach taps it over the net. Played by West Oso. And we're still going here. As Lane sends it to the back row. Here's the setup. Silman in the middle of the net. There's a block by Port Lavaca. Nice defense there. Here's Lane on the outside. Canas with the pass. Here's the setup. And that goes out of bounds on the outside hit by Angelica Vela. 5-4 now, Port Lavaca after that point, which is definitely earned. J.C. Roach. Here's Silman on the outside. And there's Lane with the spike and the kill. Coming from that far side corner. Getting in position and able to sneak in that hit to the end line. And there's Canas making a nice defensive play there. Lane once again, but it sends it into a double block. That's Silman and number 6, Rebecca Brown, making the defensive play, but falls the way of Port Lavaca. Roach still on the service line. This one popped up high. Silman sends it over. Here's the setup and the attack by number 1, Leia Lucy, but into a West Oso block at the net. Nice play there by the Lady Bears up front. Kennedy Silman back to serve for West Oso. 5 serving 7. And that one goes into the net. 8-5 now. Point to West Oso as the Sandys couldn't control that one up front. Lyric Carpenter on the serve. This one set up for Lane, who Comes in aggressively on the approach, but sends it into the net. A little bit mistimed there. It's now 8-7. 7 serving 8. And that's Carpenter on the serve. Here's a setup. Lane again sends it to the back row to Canas, and with authority on the outside hit. 9-7 now. Lane's been aggressive on the outside of the net, both on the far and near side for Port Lavaca. She's had a good matchup so far. Carpenter sends that one up high. Canas, the libero, sends it over. And here's the setup, and strong in the middle of the net. It's number 2, Jasmine Mendoza, making a little bit of noise here. She came up strong. Center net, timed it just right, and was able to get it within the line for the point. 9-8 now. There's a setup on the outside, and that was for Gray, but into the net. 9-all now. The outside, that was Kessler for the Sandys. Kinda sends it over. Here's a setup and Roach on the outside. Sends that over. Point Port Lavaca. Nice play there. As Roach came to the near side corner of the net. And now the libero, M. O'Donnell, sends it over. Stillman two-hands it over. Here's the setup. And Roach towards Stillman, but coming in a little fast there. And Roach has had a nice game on the net as well. 12-9 now. That outside hit by Morgan Gray goes out of bounds. 12-10 now. 10 serving 12 as Jasmine Mendoza heads to the service line. Roach on the outside. Gonles plays it on the back row. Stillman sends it over, and that just bounces off Roach. Didn't know where the ball went. 12-11 now. Jasmine Mendoza back to serve for Westoso. Nice defensive play up on the net by Westoso. Stillman over the taller Roach. Stillman got up there. And on the outside by Jada Frims. 13-11 now. Serving for the Sandys, number 7, Rosie Horta. That one rides the net, and Stillman keeps it in play. And Stillman's going to return it. O'Donnell with the pass. Here's the setup, and Roach into Stillman. And number 7, Cassandra Ruiz. Big defensive play up on the net for Westoso. They've been good up there defensively. Frim sends it over on the outside. Looked like that was Leia Lucy on the outside, but 13 all now. Here's a setup for Stillman. A nice play by Gray to keep it alive over there. Point to Westoso. Jasmine Mendoza was out there. Looked like she almost had a piece of it. She did, actually. But the ball just keeps going into the stands. 14-13. 14 serving 13. With Morgan Gray on the line for Port Lavaca. And this one goes way out of bounds. That's number 4, Kira Johnson, who had a piece of it. Couple of points strung together here by the Sandys. This one goes out of bounds for Gray, and Westoso gets a point. 15-14 now. Leandra Canas. And Roach with the light tap here on the outside and gets it in. Just inside the line. That's going to be fair. It's going to be 16-14 now. 16 serving 14. Roach to the line. Heads up play there by Lucy, and Westoso wasn't ready for it, as this one results in a point and a timeout from Westoso. Sandy's up 17-14. They lead 1-0 here, and Westoso wanting to talk about it. And let's take a break. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Insurance Agency, LLC, located on the Square in Woodsboro, Texas, specializing in row, crop, and pasture rangeland, serving farmers and ranchers in multiple counties since 2011. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. 1-800-573-5166. Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC. In Fremont, Texas, off Highway 281 is the Oasis Restaurant, serving great food daily. And if you can't make it to the game, then watch it while you eat. Carry out and dine in available. Great selection of food for any taste and supporting local athletes all the way. The Oasis Restaurant in Fremont, Texas.
And we're back here at Westoso. Sandy's leading 17-14 in set number 2. They're up 1-0 overall. Here's a setup, and there's Silman strong in the center of the net. With authority, Kennedy Silman set up nicely there. Strong approach to the net. Serving 17 now. There's a block up front. Looks like Jasmine Mendoza was in there along with number 6, Rebecca Brown. 16-17. Here's a setup. O'Donnell with the pass. Here's the setup on the outside for Lane. Returned by Westoso. Here's a setup. Lane going to go again from the outside, and this one's going to fall fair. The spike and the kill by Savannah Lane. Silman makes a play on the serve. sent over by Brown, but that one goes into the net. Point over Port Lavaca. That one popped up, and nice play by Mendoza to get it over the net. And Lane strong on the outside, but sends it into the net. She's had a couple of those. She's been strong and aggressive on the outside, but she sent a couple into the net. But otherwise, having a really nice game up front. Point over to West Oso after the whistle. 18-19, 18 serving 19 now. Number 11, Lyric Carpenter on the serve, but that prompts the Sandys timeout, and they want to talk about it now. It's 18-19, or 19-18. West Oso trails by 1, but gaining a little bit of momentum as set number 2 starting to wind down. It's been a competitive one. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Refugio ISD holds special memories in the hearts of anyone who has ever been part of the school. The Refugio ISD Education Foundation provides resources that will create engaging learning experiences for students. You can be a part of the Bobcat Tribute Plaza. Order a brick or a bench, and you will help to build on the tradition of excellence and opportunity that has always been at the heart of Refugio ISD.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
During the break, a couple of points by the Sandys have them up now 21-18. Here's a setup, and there's the runner by Mendoza. There's the outside attack by Lane. And it gets deflected, and Silman looked like she was trailing, was going to try to make a play at it, but she looks like she might have fell to a knee there, but point ends up with West Oso. Another timeout by the Lady Bears. So the Sandys 3 points away from taking a 2-0 lead here in this match. They took set 1, 25-16. And this set has been back and forth throughout. (22-18), 22 serving 18. That serve not going to be returned as the Lady Bears can't come up with the return. 23-18. Savannah Lane at the service line for Port Lavaca. And Silma makes a play there, and that was number 15, Jada Frims. Got a piece of it on the net, but there was a whistle. Point over to Port Lavaca. And it's now a set point coming up. Gonna ask Carpenter and now Mendoza. Here's a setup on the outside. And that's going to be a point. There was Frims and Mendoza on the outside to make the block, but they send it over the net and out of bounds, and that's how Set number 2 is going to end 25-18 West Oso. Falls to Port Lavaca in set number 2. So we'll take a small break and then we'll come back with set number 3. Port Lavaca up 2-0. Going to come out for set 3 in search of a sweep, while the Lady Bears are going to try to rebound and extend this match. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
University that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're on to set number 3. Port Lavaca Calhoun taking the first 2 sets. For set number 1, 25-16. Then pulled away once again in the latter part of set number 2, 25-18 now. So we're about to get going here. Looks like it's going to be number 3, M. O'Donnell. With the serve, and there's a double block by Gray and Roach. Point early on here for Port Lavaca. It's 2-0. O'Donnell sends it over. Here's the setup. And that's number 7, Cassandra Ruiz, blocked by Horta on the front of the net. 3-0 now for Port Lavaca. Here in set number 3. West Oso has looked pretty sharp here within the first 2 sets. But it's later in sets where they start to unravel a bit. And there's Roach on the net, but she comes up strong there, but it's going to be a whistle and infraction. But finishing the sets here for the Lady Bears in the latter portions. There's Roach on the outside. with the spike and the kill. There's Silman, and they're going to count it fair as she comes up big there. Point to West Oso. And after a 3-0 start for Port Lavaca, West Oso back within a point. Four all now. There's another nice serve by number 15, Jada Frims. And now West Oso taking back the lead. Taking 5 of the last 6 points. Port Lavaca able to return that one. And Silman strong on the center of the net. And that was O'Donnell, made a play on it, but it's popped up and out of bounds. 6-4 now, Lady Bears. And Frim sends that one into the net, 6-5 now. Number 13, Gray on the service line for the Sandies. And she's going to come up with the ace, and that was number 10, Angelica Vela. Just kind of let it go. She kind of thought it was going to go out, but it falls fair just inside the line. Ganas plays it. Here's a setup on the outside for Vela, who sends it into the net. West Oso back out in front, 7-6. And there's Roach in the center of the net. Got a couple of cracks at it there, but able to put it down with that one. 8-6 now. Six-9 now. Gray still on the line. And West Oso going to talk about it as the Sandies pick up momentum once again. Let's take a break. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
69 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Welcome back to West Oso High School, Real Sports Live. Set number 3, Port Lavaca Calhoun in search of a sweep over West Oso. They lead set number 3, 9-6. West Oso trailing 2-0 in the match. Trying to come up in set 3 and force a fourth set. And there's Stillman on the net, and she comes up with the spike and the kill. She keeps playing like that. West Oso would do just that and force another set. Canas with the jump serve. O'Donnell goes low for it. And that was Lane trying to come up and make a play, but can't get there. 8-9 now. A couple of points back to back for West Oso. There's a play by West Oso at the net, but ball still falls on their side. 10-8 now after that point by Port Lavaca. Another point for the Sandys, 11-8 now. Stillman sends it over. Here's a setup for Lane on the outside. There's Canas makes a play on the back row. Lane pops it up. Roach from the back row. Stillman going to send it over. And that goes out of bounds. 12-8 now. (13-8), and West Oso wanting to talk about it as the Sandys continue to roll and have opened up a 5-point lead here. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
It offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. West Oso taking a timeout as they trail 13-8 in set 3 and 2-0 in the match overall. The Sandys putting together some momentum here and have opened up a 5-point lead. And here's Roach on the serve. And another point for Port Lavaca. They open up a 6-point lead now. And there's Silman on the outside. Goes up strong but sends it into the net. No return there by West Oso. 16-8 as the Sandys have doubled up now. A 17 serving 8. There's a soft touch there in the center of the net by Kessler. She just calmly approaches, tips it over. Nice play there on the net, Roach. Serving once again. And that was Rebecca Brown getting a piece of it, and she sends it into the net. And things just unraveling here for West Oso. As the Sandys take a 11-point lead. And there's a point there by Visan Galvan. Makes it 19-9. That one goes out of bounds and point over to Port Lavaca. It's 20-9 now. There's a point for West Oso on the front of the net with authority. 20-10 now. And back is Lyric Carpenter for West Oso. Couple of points back-to-back for West Oso, prompting a Sandy timeout. It's 20-12 now, and West Oso trying to dig deep here in set number 3. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Bail bonds. Our goal is to provide a friendly and efficient bail bond process to our customers. We want to help you with our knowledge and experience to provide a fast and friendly service. We will beat or match our competitors' price. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back. Coming out of that timeout, Carpenter on the serve, and after the whistle, point to the Lady Bears. 4 out of the last 5 for West Oso, as the lead's down to 7. Here's a setup that's Horta from the corner. Silman sends it over. O'Donnell keeps it in play. That's Lane. Silman pops it up. Carpenter with the setup. The ball falls in the front row by the net. 21-13 now. Carpenter with the setup. Brown sends it over, played by Lane. Carpenter sets it up for Mendoza, who picks up the point there. 21-14 now, back to a 7-point game. To 14 now. And there's Roach. Nice attack at the net. Carpenter tries to make a play there on the back row and just gets low enough and had good positioning. Just goes out of bounds as O'Donnell comes up with the serve. And Roach sends it cross court, but a little bit too much on it. Goes sailing past the end line. And Roach goes up strong once again from the outside, and Mendoza goes off. (24-16) after that point by West Oso. Lady Bears hanging on here. Srims with the serve. Here's the setup. And there's the block up front. By Silman. 24-17 now. And that's the game. Point Port Lavaca, and they come up with the sweep. 25-16 set 1, 25-18 set number 2, and 25-17 set number 3. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The Port Lavaca Sandies come into West Oso and pick up a 3-0 sweep. And that's going to do it here from the West Oso gym. Join us here in about an hour and a half for the football game. We have Sinton coming into West Oso for some Friday Night Lights action. For Mark Molina and Real Sports Live, thank you for watching.